It's a really common thing to set up a nonprofit's financials like you would your own. You schedule the utilities, make sure they draft on their due date so that you don't pay them late. Give access to your um, subscription services so they're drafting your bank account and everything's paid on time and not interrupted. But in a nonprofit organization, the amount of money that's being dealt with and the volume of transactions is tenfold at least what your personal finances are. So when it comes to online banking or authorizing of bank drafts from your account, it's really risky business. And so I want to just share some ideas today about how I would approach that. Number one, authorizing others to draft your account is high risk. I recommend that you limit it to bank/loan payments and credit card drafts to pay the credit card in full. And even at that, really, the credit cards can be paid intentionally on purpose each month. So I would recommend limiting those automatic drafts to at least those two things. Because why? Well, if you allow someone to draft your account, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be after the fact reviewing invoices if even you receive them, or having to track them down. And also you've missed the moment of having approval for payments. And you're left oftentimes with no recourse, no ability to retrieve back what maybe shouldn't have been paid. The other thing is that you have given your account number, your account information to numerous outside third parties. And we always want to believe they've got the proper environments and controls to protect you. But we hear headlines pretty regularly, right? Of so-and-so was hacked and information on X number of thousands of people's banking accounts was released or retrieved, or, personal private information that was, found floating around in the World Wide Web. So I just really want to encourage you, if you've got something you want to automate it on a credit card and then pay that credit card off each month. Don't give access to your bank account. Now, another way that money will often go out of the bank account in a nonprofit that's automated or electronic is through ACH payments. So maybe you have, a group of people who security officers is one I often see. So, off-duty police officers providing security to the nonprofit, and they're paid, weekly or every 2 weeks. And so instead of cutting checks and having to find them and deliver them and wait for them to be cashed, you often just get their banking information and then pay them with a bank deposit each week or whatever period. Well, in that case, again, here, if you're sending money out of the organization, and in this case, it's better because at least you're deciding how much to send inside of the organization, I would really recommend a step where if one person's authorizing who to send money to and uploading what's called an ACH or NACHA file to the bank, then a second person should always have to authorize that file, so that, again, you're protecting the organization from one person individually being able to send out money. This has a dual check, a second check for a safeguard for everyone. I personally know that some of these things can sound like people aren't trusted or we're skeptical of them. And that's not the case. I mean, it's definitely important that we just put in place an environment that will protect people even when they're maybe at risk of making a decision they would normally make. More on that, I have another post I'll link to down below in the notes.